the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. We are waking up to some sunny skies, but clouds will be rolling in this afternoon. And we got 50s in that 7 days, so definitely keep it here. We'll chat about that in just a few.
Also coming up this Sunday morning on DC News Now, bye-bye balloon. People have gazed up for days watching this potential Chinese spy balloon make its way across America. And this morning, it is finally down. How the Chinese government is reacting to all the commotion and why many here at home are asking why it took so long. Also, a quick change in leadership. We're going to introduce you to the new woman in charge of the infamous DC 911 call center. There's a look inside how she's planning to turn it around after controversy after controversy. And later, just a little less sweet, a change that could be coming to your child's school to improve what they're being fed at lunchtime. We'll break down everything you need to know on that. But first, we're going to take you outside this morning. In Washington, D.C., a live look at the White House waking up to some much warmer air than what we were experiencing at this exact same time yesterday. You and I were literally getting blown up and down Wisconsin Avenue, Brittany Ward. That's not going to be the case today. It's not as freezing. It's also not as windy. It's definitely going to be the pick of the weekend, but as you've been reporting all morning, it's also not going to be the best day of the year either.
Absolutely, Joe. You know, today, like you said, is the pick of the weekend. Getting a little taste of spring out there as those highs will be getting into the 50s, but we're still going to be dealing with a few clouds out there. Satellite and radar showing you we had some clouds as we headed into the overnight hours. We'll still see some more clouds begin to funnel in as we head through the afternoon, but we are waking up to a few sunshine out there, especially down towards our south. But again, as we continue to head through your day, we'll start to see more of those clouds. Stepping out the door right now, still fairly on the chilly side. We're talking about mid-30s there in the nation's capital, lower 30s the further off you head into northern Virginia, then upper 20s in northern Maryland. But overall, those highs, they will be on the warm side, a little bit above average for this time of year. 51 is expected to be the high there in DC, 50 there in Hagerstown, 49 as you head over there to Frederick, and it looks like we're keeping those 50s in the forecast as we head into at least the next 7 days. So definitely keep it here. We'll chat about that coming up.
All right, that's Brittany Ward starting us off there from the Weather Center. Brittany, thank you. We got some breaking news at the top of the hour, so we're going to take you to Annandale in Fairfax County, Virginia now, where we are getting this picture in from first responders showing the apartment fire they put out just before 2 o'clock this morning. It happened off of Little River Turnpike. As of right now, it doesn't appear that anybody died because of the fire, but a person who lives there was taken to the hospital. We're currently working on getting an update on their condition, and once we do get that update, we'll keep you in the know on air and online at dcnewsnow.com. All right, now to the news that's got everyone talking. It was an epic shoot down. If somehow you missed it yesterday afternoon, U.S. fighter jets fired a missile right through that suspected Chinese spy balloon that was seen floating across the country this week. Its final stop, the Atlantic Ocean, specifically a couple miles off the coast of Myrtle Beach. DC News Now's Katie Ree live in the studio this morning with all of what has become the latest point of tension between the U.S. and China. Hey, Katie.
Good morning, Joseph. Now, despite flying over sensitive military sites earlier this week, this balloon was shot down just around Myrtle Beach in South Carolina, and that was just yesterday. But President Biden said he wanted to shoot it down on Wednesday. Now, U.S. defense and military officials say the balloon entered over Alaska on January 28th. It then moved over Canadian airspace before flying over Idaho and then Montana, but more importantly, over Malmstrom Air Force Base, which is home to one of the U.S.'s 3 nuclear missile fields. Now, according to the Associated Press, China has continued to claim that this balloon was for weather research and that it had blown off its course. But U.S. officials believed it was being used for surveillance, but it was unsafe to bring down the balloon over the continental U.S. despite Biden's Wednesday request.
I told them to shoot it down.
On Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
But the recommendation
They said to me, let's wait till the safest place to do it. They decided, without doing damage to anyone on the ground, they decided that the best time to do that was as it got over water outside within the 12-mile limit.
Now, after it was shot down, that balloon landed in about 47 feet of water off of Myrtle Beach. Right now, it's unclear how long it will take to recover that debris. In the studio, Katie Ree, DC News Now, back to you.
All right, Katie, a stunning update there. Thanks so much. Take a look at this. A massive and messy train derailment in Ohio, right near the Pennsylvania state line. The NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board, says it's sending a team to investigate how all of this happened. We're going to show you some aerial shots. There it is. I mean, we're told about 50 cars on this freight train derailed on Friday night. Miraculously, there were no injuries, but it was what those cargo compartments were carrying that led to what looks like an absolute scene from a movie. Some of them were transporting vinyl chloride, which is used to make plastic products, very, very flammable as well. As of right now, we are told air quality monitors in the area are showing no levels of concern. So good news there. But boy, that is going to be quite the cleanup. All right, to the district now, where it's been 6 months since a police officer died at the Anacostia Library. Marissa Mannion lost her life during a training session, and it turns out a retired police officer is accused of being responsible for her death. To add another twist to the story, a ceremony to honor Mannion was scheduled to be held yesterday, but Dave Laval explains why that never happened.
The family of Marissa Mannion basically canceled at the last minute. The family attorney said it simply would have been too emotional for them to be at the site where the police officer died 6 months ago. Tributes to Marissa Mannion sit in the window of the conference room at the Anacostia Library. This is where she died 6 months ago during a training session. The 25-year-old library police officer lost her life August 6th when a bullet hit Mannion while she and others trained with police batons. 58-year-old Jesse Porter, who oversaw the exercise, is charged with involuntary manslaughter while armed.
The consequences of this really don't go away.
Chris Kleppen is the family attorney. Porter received a continuance Friday, as the grand jury has yet to formally charge the former D.C. police lieutenant. Kleppen calls it a frustrating time for the Mannion family.
Family members have a lot of questions as to what happened that day, and frankly would like to see, rather than speculating in their own minds, because you can imagine how one would do that, they would like to actually see some of the real evidence, which is essentially public property.
Part of the evidence Kleppen wants is security from inside the conference room at the time of the shooting. Something else the family wants, according to Kleppen, money owed for Mannion's funeral.
Here we are today, 6 months later, despite letters, phone calls, all the due diligence one would do to have those monies reimbursed, and they're not.
Chris Kleppen told us the grand jury has until April 4th to formally file charges against Jesse Porter. At the Anacostia Library, Dave Laval, DC News Now.
All right, Dave, thanks so much. We're going to stay in the district this morning, where D.C. has a new 911 director at a time when the agency has come under fire for problems that have even led to deaths. D.C. News Now's political and government reporter Leonard N. Fleming was at the mayor's news conference, and as he reports, Mayor Bowser acted very quickly to get a new director into place.
Mayor Bowser moved quickly to get someone in place for a position that is critical to responding to emergency calls and coordinating various agencies in critical situations. And the mayor believes Heather McGaffin is the right person for the job.
And I'm very confident that we have a great leader in Heather to lead our agency.
That is Heather McGaffin, the mayor's pick to lead the 911 call center. The agency's had its share of problems with misrouted calls and mistakes that have led to multiple deaths. McGaffin is no stranger to the off-troubled agency that's under intense scrutiny.
Director McGaffin joined OUC in October 2020 as the Chief of Special Operations and Executive and Investigations, and became Deputy Director in February 2022.
The previous director was Karima Holmes. City Council warned the mayor that Holmes would not get the job permanently because of leadership problems outlined in a DC auditor's report. McGaffin started as a voluntary EMT for a local fire department at 16 years old, Bowser says.
I have had the ability to work in multiple centers across this nation, both internally and as a support in helping to restructure.
She admits it will be a challenge.
We are going to be strong in the work that we do and remain transparent and accountable in that work.
Bowser says that she thinks McGaffin is the best person suited for the job, even after a national search.
I've had an opportunity to talk to people who are inside the agency, outside the agency, and people who have questions about the agency. And what they want is a person who knows 911 from the inside and out, and that is the leader we have in Heather.
McGaffin is serving currently on an interim basis, at least until the mayor sends her nomination up to City Council for a hearing and approval. She will undoubtedly face serious questions about holding call center employees accountable. Her first day in the new role, February 13th.